Hi, Loki here. Yes, I'm alive. Yes, I'm making a video. Yes, my mental health is still on edge of I don't know what's going on. And yes, I am liking my new job. It's just a few pet peeves I've noticed and I kind of want to talk to people about. Yes, your mental health is important. Yes, that weekend away was a great idea to do, and it did help. But you know what really gets hard? Sometimes getting up in the morning. Yes, I have a psychologist. Yes, I'm working with them. No, it's not instantaneous. Sorry, dog demanded my attention for a second. And yes, I'm making sure I take all my pills. Most of these are for my heart condition, so there's that. So I'm still alive and kicking. But I did, and I will fully admit, I've had a bad day today. And that's because you wouldn't guess how many people get so upset about an $8 raise on their cable bill. That happens because, certain companies want more money for us to carry networks. And certain networks are a lot more expensive nowadays because of streaming. So they know they can get more money out of us so that we can keep customers. But what does that happen? It raises rates. And it's understandable and it is frustrating as everyone as a consumer. But I don't make the prices. Neither does my manager. I mean, that's way above both of our pay grades. One thing I want to address is, out of all the calls I had today, yes, I was able to turn around a couple of them. I was able to calm down the caller. I was able to get them to understand the rates, to get them to understand what was going on, and help them see if there is anything they can remove or to cut and find the better package. The other thing was, though, I had a lot of people get mad at me because of failure to pay their own bill. And then get mad at the rates going up. I want everybody to understand one thing. Rather, the person's on the phone in front of you in the grocery store over a speaker to order coffee or food, or just asking you, how can I help you today? That person's just doing their job. That person is trying to get a paycheck so they can deal with their own bills and their own needs like coffee and groceries. That person is not in charge of whether you get a discount or not. They have to follow their company's policy. They have to do as they're told. So, cursing at them, calling them names, reminding them over and over, well, I'm a vet, or I'm old and disabled, you should be giving me a discount. Which I do agree, some places should be doing that, and it shouldn't have to be pointed out. But not all places do it, because that's their choice. Just remember, when somebody tells you, this is the best price that I can get you, or the best price that we offer, that's it. Demanding to see their manager, giving them a low review on anything, can either A, get them in trouble just because you wanted something and you screamed more, or they get low enough marks that causes them to lose their job just because you're upset that you didn't get your $5 Karen discount. You have to realize you're messing with people's livelihoods when you do stuff like that. Not only are you messing with their livelihoods, you're messing with their minds. You're messing with their mental well-being. Yeah, you can tell I did have a bad day today. But, being called a fucking bitch because I refused to turn somebody's cable back on after them being 4 months delinquent because they just decided not to pay the bill. How is that my fault? How is that anyone else's fault? Yes, I understand you need the internet for your work, but we also understand that you need to pay your bill for the internet. Yes, it is considered essential to some people, but it's not marked as essential right now, because there are still other places you can go for Wi-Fi if you need it, and that means you may have to work on a shitty computer or a shitty laptop. I understand it's not fun, but we can't control Mother Nature. We can't control when you get paid. We can't control when your bill is due. We can't change when that's due. That's something that they won't let us do. So getting mad at me because of that is not fair. Getting mad at the barista at Starbucks because they don't have your pink drink or they discontinued something. Getting mad at a grocery clerk because they can't find something in the system or that price is no longer available. Getting mad because they no longer carry said item that you want. Getting mad because Taco Bell decided to stop doing the naked taco. Or getting mad over something that employee can't help. And taking it out on them just because they have to be the bearer of bad news isn't right. How would you like it if somebody did that to you? Wait, somebody may have done that to you already. So are you going to continue the cycle? Are you continuing putting on that hate and that despair and that feeling of existential dread of, am I going to lose my job tomorrow because I got a bad review or because my manager had to be involved? Imagine you just started somewhere and you pretty much were told if they get one bad review, you're fired. And you actually get that one customer who will not listen to the, well, I understand that you want this, but this is what we have. And you're so dead set on getting what you want that you realize that you don't care about the poor person on the other line that's trying to help you. You just want what you want, and you want it now. Yes, it does sound like you're being selfish. Yes, it does suck that sometimes people are on a fixed income and things happen. Rates go up, prices go up, but our paychecks don't. Is it that individual's fault? No. Is it your fault? No. Does it make our job easier or harder? No. What it does do is it makes it complicated when we're trying to explain we don't have that, or we're not able to do that, or you're in the lowest price package we have, or we don't carry that item anymore. Please reconsider yelling at somebody because they told you no. If they told you no just to tell you no, then yeah, they might deserve it. But if they told you no because they literally cannot do it, or they cannot pull it out of thin air, or that you called the wrong department for the 50th time. Yes, sometimes phones disconnect. Technology is not always the best thing. We can't always have everything turned back on as soon as it goes off. We can't always fix an outage, or we can't always fix a line down right away because you want to watch that football game. But what can we do is tell you when we might be able to get it back up. Is to tell you that after a certain time, yes, you will get a credit onto your account. Or, yes, we will eventually have that item back in. Let me write you a rain check for that. Or, unfortunately, we decide not to carry that item anymore, but we may have something that may be similar that you might like. Would you like to try that today? If you don't like it, I can make it something different. Remember, as long as you're kind to others, they'll be kind to you. And I try that every time I answer the phone. Because when I answer the phone at work, guess how I answer it? Hi, thank you for calling. This is Crystal. How can I help you today? Or how can I make your day better today? Or what can I do for you today? I answer it cheery and happy with a bit of a smile. because I know each individual person is different. Just because I had somebody call me bitch on one call doesn't mean I'm going to answer the next call in an upset mood. It means I have a second to just go over with. Hi, thank you for calling. Because I have a chance to be helpful to another person if I can be helpful. I have a chance to do something for someone. But just remember, being rude, ungrateful, and a jerk to people gets you nothing labeled but a Karen or a Richard or a Ken or a Barbie or a whatever. Thing is, do you really want to be like that or have to deal with a person who does that to you? Now, put yourself in that rep, that barista, that clerk, that food handler, any of those people's shoes. Imagine you were getting yelled at for something that you couldn't do. And if you yelled back, you'd be in so much trouble, or you would lose your job. And how would you feed your kids? How would you pay your bills? You shouldn't abuse people just because you think you can. Because if you sit there and verbally abuse somebody, that makes you no better than somebody that beats their spouse or their kids. Verbal abuse is still abuse. And it makes you a shitty person. Yes, we all get mad at sometimes. Yes, we have to remind people, I'm not mad at you, I'm mad at the business. Sometimes saying that and apologizing for yelling at the person will help. And will help them understand that you're just mad at the situation and not them. So please be kind to people, because you don't know what they're struggling with. They don't know what you're struggling with either. So they don't know what led up to your explosion. Yeah, you can tell them. But would it really matter? Would it actually calm you down more to tell them so that somebody listens? Maybe think of that. Or just treat somebody the way you want to be treated. So that's enough of Loki's mental health corner. And a reminder to stop being an asshole to the people who are just doing their jobs. Because, yes, we remember you being mean. Yes, we keep tallies. And actually, I do keep a running tally of how many times I said, oh, God bless you, darling. It's said to me. Or, Jesus loves you, and God sent you here for a reason, sweetie. Or any adoration of that. Yes, I keep a running tally because I find it a little amusing just to see how many times I get said to it in a day. It's very interesting. Mostly Southerners. But the thing is we're there to try to help you. You're there to try to help others. Just don't be a dick.